This is another new Black World Order TV Productions. Chopper. Grand Rising, family, what's happening? So what we're going to do today, family, we're going to get into some geometry. We're going to break down the symbols of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, right? So we have the number one, to which Father Allah told us was knowledge, right? And we have number two here, right, that the Father called wisdom, right? So we understand that in order to form any one of these symbols, we're going to have to use what you call a segment, right? A segment. And when we look at these symbols here, we will see that the reason why the Father was trying to tell us that it's knowledge, wisdom, that borns the third aspect, which is understanding, which is a clear mental picture that you can see. All right. Understanding is a clear mental picture that you can see by taking your knowledge and your wisdom to produce a picture in the mind's eye, right? The third eye, right? And we know that the symbol of the all-seeing eye is used in Judaism, Islam, and Christianity, or Christianity and Islam, right? But the all-seeing eye is a symbol of pre-Abrahamic ideologies, right? And so we're going to look at this and we're going to go over the 12, right? There are 12 months in a year. There are 12 hours on a clock. There are 12 grades from the first grade to high school to 12th grade, right? So let's get it in. Let's do the knowledge and the wisdom to produce an understanding, right? Which is the third aspect. So we have three symbols here. We have the symbol that was adopted. We have another symbol here that was adopted. We have another symbol here that was adopted. And most people take these symbols to be the Muslim symbol, the star and the crescent, right? We know that the universe was here before Adam. The universe was here before Abraham, before Sarah, before Jacob, before Rachel, before Moses, before Zipporah, right? Before Jesus and before his mother Mary. We know that the universe was here before Abraham and Khadijah or Aisha, right? So the knowledge and the wisdom, the man, right? The man, right? And the woman, right? That developed, right? Geometry and sacred geometry was the original man and woman that was here before Judaism, Christianity, or Islam. We know that this is melanated people with the woolly hair or with the non-woolly hair, still dark-skinned melanated people, right? Who saw, right, the ability to incorporate, right, universal symbols or universal perspectives into symbols, right? So let's get it in. If we take knowledge and wisdom, right? If we take the 12 segments, right? In order to produce this symbol, you have one segment, two segments, three segments, four segments, five segments, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, right? In order to produce this, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? In order to produce this symbol, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, right? Knowledge and wisdom. This is and this is a symbol of authority, right? This is a symbol of government, right? Because it's all coming from the square, right? if we take this cross here and flip it up, flip it up, flip it up, flip it up, we now have a three-dimensional box or a three-dimensional square. We can also take, right, that box and set it right in the middle of this symbol. Whenever you look at this symbol drawn, right, 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 you could clearly see the square sitting right in the middle of that symbol. That it took 12 segments to make that symbol. It took 12 segments to make this symbol. It took 12 segments to make this symbol. So with this symbol, if it took 12, right? With this symbol, if it took 12, right? With this symbol, it took 12. Right? So now we have 3, 3, 3, right? So what we're dealing with is understood, ultimately will bring about a clear mental picture, right? And the clear mental picture is that knowledge and wisdom, the universal laws, are based upon mathematics again. Everything is numbers. The universe is numbers. The earth is numbers. Humans are numbers. Animals are numbers. They have a certain number of limbs, a certain number of hairs, a certain number of bones, a certain number of weights to their bodies. Everything is numbers, right? So again, these three arrows shot from the same bow. Remember, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, right? The JCM, the Jew, the Christian, and the Muslim, all borrowed, stole, or adopted symbols. This symbol could be found before Islam, Judaism, or Christianity. This symbol here could be found before Islam, Judaism, or Christianity. This symbol right here can also be found among the human families of the planet Earth way before Judaism, Christianity, or Islam, right? And if we think about it clearly, we can see it. Y'all remember from the last video when we talked about the first three numbers, right? The first three numbers in the Fibonacci sequence was 112, right? And this becomes important to what we're talking about now, because if you look at a lot of the structures in Egypt, they're, cubic shaped stones, right? So the first three numbers in the Fibonacci sequence was 1, 1, 2, right? And if we combine that number 1, 2, 1 plus 2, 1, 1, it equals, right, 4, 4, 4, right? So we're going to have 4 segments at the top, 4 segments in the corner, and 4 segments at the foundation, right? Because it's 12 segments, right? Remember I said that if we took that cross and folded it up, it would appear to be this, right? It appear to be this. Boom, 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 right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 segments at the top, 1, 2, 3, 4 segments in the corner, 1, 2, 3, 4 segments at the foundation, right? When you unfold this, it will look like this, a cross. Facts, right? So with the 12 segments, we can make this symbol, and this symbol, right? Bang, bang, right? Knowledge and wisdom, right? Man, woman, and child brings about a what? An understanding, right? Which is a clear, right? Understanding. Which is a clear mental picture for all to see, right? Mathematics is the truest science known, right? It is definitely the truest science known. And since this symbol took 12 segments, 1 plus 2 equal 3. Boom, right? Boom, boom, boom. 3, 6, 9, 12. Back to the 12 segments. A segment has a beginning and an ending. Therefore, it's time in between them. It's a beginning and an ending. From this point to this point is a duration of time. This is all about time. Because if the black man and the black woman and the black child is not making production, they're not making time. They're wasting time. Therefore, they are missing the vital segments that will unite them into the building blocks of life, which is knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the human family before Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. And during Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. And it would be the knowledge that we acquire after we free our minds and take our minds outside of this box. We must begin to think outside of the box, right? Because this can be used for a negative or a positive. I can either trap your mind in the box or I can release your mind out of the box based upon my intention in the use of this. Because again, the Bible and the Quran and most myths are systems of morality veiled in an allegory. Measure once,